Yo, what's good? This your boy Arnstar, that's A-R-N. Right now, you chilling with Team Focus Radio with So Focused, so get focused.
You know what it is, Team Focus Radio. I'm your host, So Focused. I'm currently back at NYC with the one and only Arnstar. What's going on, my brother?
Yo, blessings, King. You already know we here.
Facts. Let's get to these questions real quick, man. First of all, where you from?
I'm from Harlem and Brooklyn at the same time. So I grew up on Wafflenyc Ave, which is right down the block. And then East New York, Bamas, y'all already know what it is. Blake and Williams Avenue.
Definitely. Can you talk about what it's kind of like to grow up in Brooklyn and Harlem?
Yeah, so growing up in Brooklyn is real, it was real family for me, like as far as like, that's where my grandmother lived. Okay. So that's where I got my cousins and like everybody like all at that one house. So it's actually an apartment, but it's like, it feels like a house because everybody's there. Your aunts, your cousins, your whole family is in that one apartment space. And so you get in your identity from so many different people. And then Harlem kind of allowed me to create my own identity as far as like my immediate family with my brothers and sisters, and then it gave me like that flavor of like swag and fashion and kind of like even my whole like persona of performance vibes.
Definitely. Talk about performance. You dance, right?
Absolutely.
So when did you start dancing?
I started dancing, I think before I could walk. Okay. You know what I mean? My father was a Rocksteady crew. So that's like something that I carry with much like, how could I say, it's a heavy mantle. Okay. You know what I mean? So in that, discovering like what that actually means, him being a pioneer for hip hop and the style of breaking, for me, dancing just came natural. It was just something that I didn't even look at it like, oh, this was, you know, oh, you can dance. It was more like, don't we all dance? Like, we all black, right? Like, feel me? So
definitely. So you also did some dancing on the train. That's the first time I actually saw you. So how did that come about, the whole, we call it Waffle NYC?
Yeah, Waffle NYC. So if I start from the beginning, when I turned 16, I was, at that time, I was already like rapping and putting myself together as far as like what I want to do for my career. Correct. So then this whole culture comes about that didn't even have its name just yet, called Light Feet.
Correct.
And so Light Feet, I got into it at about 16, and it was so infectious that it was like, yo, this is my whole life. Once I got it, the hype energy, the whole expression, freedom of expression, I was like, this is it. So basically, Waffle comes along in 2011, and I was 16 in like 2007. Right. So Waffle is formed in 2011. I joined 2014. So the acronyms for Waffle is We Are Family for Life Entertainment. So we take that very seriously. Everybody that's in the group is brothers. There's nobody who's there for just clout or like, oh, they got a good name. It's like we all actually rock with each other. So that's the special thing about our crew. Definitely.
I actually saw you on the Ellen Show.
Yes.
Like, how the hell you end up on the Ellen Show, man?
So what Waffle was able to do basically is go viral at will. Okay. So we say, yo, we want to shoot a video. We like a dope song. We got, you know, a song that we want to highlight at the moment. It could be anything. Like the one that went crazy was Pushback by Neo. That joint, Penelope Cruz reposted it. Diddy reposted it. And a couple other celebrities reposted it. It just kept going viral. Ellen had reached out to us 3 years before us getting on the show, but we didn't really have our story developed, and so in that, that kind of gave us a chance to develop it. And by the time we just started going viral over and over again, it was like, these kids, y'all gotta come to the show now. So we actually been there twice now.
Wow, how was it there with Ellen? Nice.
Ellen is really like, first of all, being on the show, it's like a super produced show. Okay. So one thing I love about it is that you get to learn so much behind the scenes. So you only actually dealing with Ellen when you're in front of her. There's no, oh, we're gonna, you know, you get a chance to meet her. It's none of that. It's, you're gonna see her, you give her a hug there, you know, be mindful of how much you embrace her, be careful of like your environment, but also just be yourself. Right. So her herself, she could not be anything but the greatness that she shows up as.
Let's talk about the Roxanne film, right?
Yes.
You was on the film on Netflix. And
Yes.
you was it MC Shane?
MC Shane.
Okay, can you speak about that? How'd you end up on the movie? Like, what was the process of that?
All right, so how did I get that movie? So I got that movie from actually, it came through my agency.
Okay.
And I got my agency from performing. Like when I was performing at a hole-in-the-wall spot. This is why y'all should never ever judge a book by its cover. Whatever you come to do, I don't care if it's 1 or 100,000, go all the way off. So I'm now I mean performing, and I think nothing of it. Like nothing of it. This drunk white kid walks up to me, probably a little bit older than me, or maybe a little bit younger. He's like, "Here's this number. You gotta call this number. I think this person can help you." I'm like, whatever. So I, like a month later, call. It's this agent, but it's her personal number. She cursed me out. I'm like, you know what? Forget it.
Right.
She's like, "Who are you anyway?" I'm like, "My name is Arnstar." She's like, "Do you have anything I can see?" I'm like, a website. So I gave her my website. I get signed on the spot as far as like they brought me in for a meeting and they want to sign me. So boom, the movie came through that, and it was just a pleasure to play MC Shan because I know my hip hop history,
Right.
and I know MC Shan is a legend's legend,
Definitely.
not to be played with. So I was like, an actor will not do this justice.
Right.
I'm gonna do this. So I went, and I didn't proclaim myself as an actor. I was like, I need that role.
Right.
It would be great for a young MC that understands hip hop to get that role. So
Right.
I went hard for it.
Definitely. Talk about your commercial for McDonald's.
Yes.
So how the hell you end up on a McDonald's commercial for Super Bowl, man?
So same team.
Okay.
Um,
Shout out to your team, man.
Right, same team. I mean, it's just working, like, you know, and it just came through at such a, whatever, like, hey, this commercial, it wasn't saying like, yo, this is McDonald's. There was no pressure.
Right.
It was like, yo, you have a commercial audition for Skype.
Right.
And I'm like, cool. So they Skype, they're like, can you rap about a hamburger?
Right.
I'm like, yeah. I'm like, you know, what I said? I said, it's going down. I said, it's going down when the burger get closer. You better catch up or you must start over. And they was like, oh, like they
On Skype.
on Skype. They was like, the lady was like, great, I'll be right back. A couple days later, 10, 20 people, they in a room. I did it again, and I probably the day before they was like, we booked you a flight in the morning. So I was actually at the club. I was turning up real quick, and I got the call. I was gracious for that, and yeah, like it was like a 6-day shoot for like a 1.5 minute spot. So they take that serious, like.
You also have experience on Wafflenyc too. You
Right.
been on there too, which is crazy. Like you're doing a lot, first of all.
Yes.
So can you talk about that experience as well?
Yeah. So Wafflenyc was a blessing. Nick just so happened to do a community event in conjunction with Life Camp and Radio Shack on 125th. So I hit up Life Camp. I hit up Erica Ford at Life Camp, and I'm like, no, she hit me up and said, yo, do you have anything you can rap right now? And I'm like, of course, like I freestyle. So she like, well, send it to me. I sent her something. She was like, all right, come down right now. So I ran down. Nick Cannon is DJing. I performed yet again. He started following me on Instagram from there. Real humble dude. And I didn't realize that it would turn into me getting on Wild 'N Out,
Right.
but it did. So I just kind of stuck with the wave of the motion and you know, that forward progress, steady. And I guess he watched it and was like, yo, let's just put him on the show and see what happens.
Definitely. And you're also working on music as well, right?
Absolutely.
Can you talk about that a little bit?
So I've been writing since I was 12 years old. I'm
Okay.
28 now.
Okay.
So y'all do the math. So basically, I've been freestyling since then.
Right.
So working on music is something that is just a natural thing for me now. In the sense of now putting together a project is what's new for me.
Right.
Because before I'm on, like, if people don't know who you are, or if you don't have that credibility as an artist, as far as within your own camp or circle, it's hard to go against ears that don't have a listening for you.
Right.
So in me, I was like, let me just dump freestyle. So I just put out mad freestyle. So people are like now going, yo, when you doing a project? When you doing a project? And I'm like, oh snap, I should be doing one. So now I'm getting ready for one.
Definitely. But there's so many artists out there. Like, what do you think separates you from everybody else?
What separates me from everybody else is that one, I'm more than what meets the eye. Like anything that you could get, like some people will see me and be like, oh yeah, like he's a great dancer, and then stop there. Or if they know me for rapping, they'll be like, yo, dude can rap. Oh, I love that movie you did. I'm bringing a package where you get all of that at once. So really, as far as the artistry goes, I have a style that is missed and people are actually looking for, especially in the New York community, especially in that northeastern community where a lot of trap sounds are like what's hot. Even though I can jump on tracks like that and survive, not even survive, live on tracks like that, I'm bringing that sound that is like, yo, we missed this. This is like 90s. This is like 80s. This is like early 2000s. All of that up to date. This is what it would have been had it continued to be as such.
Right.
So, and I'm very versatile. I can get on any track, period. I don't care if it's an EDM record, whatever it is you put in front of me. If it has a beat and a rhythm, I'm going to rap on it.
Now, being that you're doing well now, you're doing McDonald's, doing all these things, has success changed people around you?
Yes, success has changed people around me for the better.
Right.
And that is, I would say that's because me personally, like even as I wear this is conscious.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's not just for fashion, it's not gold, it's made out of rubber bands, arts and crafts, because love is created from the power within you. It doesn't really have to come outside of you. It comes from you outside of you. So in that, I move with love, I walk with love, I talk with love. Like that's where I lead from. So anybody around me feels that. So what I'd like to do is give people the understanding that whatever it is you're bringing is what you're showing up with. And so that has changed people for the greater because they want to now get into a space of like understanding that, yo, it's up to me. Like, it ain't Arnstar. He's not going to do it. I'm not going to do it for him, but we're going to do it together.
Correct.
So it's a collaborative effort.
Definitely.
And anybody that don't understand that or not willing to hold their own square is happily excused.
Definitely. So why do reality television now? Because it's grown up hip-hop, right? You
Right.
Be on there. So what made you decide I want to go to reality TV, right?
Well, to be honest, it was just, it's a never done before.
Right.
And knowing who I am, I know I bring a type of energy that isn't it isn't found in every space openly.
Right.
So it's very intentional.
Right.
So when the opportunity was brought to me, it was like, yo, you could bypass it because of who you are, or you could be who you are on it and change the whole program.
Correct.
So I was like, let me just take this opportunity, let me step out of my comfort zone,
Right.
and let me go ahead and just be like, let me try something new.
Are you afraid of the stereotype behind it? Because based off of what I saw on the internet, you already see controversy, fights in the club,
Right.
allegedly, whatever, what's going on, whatever. So are you afraid of those things, like the negative parts of it?
When I first started, that was very why I was hesitant for it.
Right.
I was very hesitant about it because that was like something that I did not want to get mixed up. And then I realized, like, I've been standing on my square for years. Like, you might not know who Arnstar is, but Arnstar knows who Arnstar is, and the people who gave him that wherewithal also do as well. So if something comes up on TV that doesn't look like me, the people in my community is going to be like, something's off here, because that's not him, and that has never been him. So there's no way you could paint me in a wrong picture, in a way that I can't show up no other way than I've already have been, in a sense of steady growth and transformation. So other than that, it's like, what can you do? And if you do, it's just going to be controversy, cleaned up, and then we're going to move on and do something greater with that.
Definitely.
All that noise.
So what advice can you give people out there that kind of want to be in your shoes or doing what you're doing, whether it's music or reality TV? What advice can you give them?
What advice I would love to bestow upon the masses right now is, do not worry yourself with the things that other people are worried about. If they're worried about money and success and all of these things are created. Like, money is created, literally money is printed. Success is the measure of what it is you hold yourself accountable for, or what it is that you're going towards as far as goal setting and things like that. So don't look at it as like, oh, I need this amount of followers, or I need this amount of money. It's really ask yourself the question, how much do I want to make? Or how much impact do I want to make? And do something that's greater than yourself. If you're doing it for you, that's amazing. That's a great start. But if it's not greater, if it's not for a greater purpose or for a bigger community that's going to allow people to come back and bless you with something that you didn't realize that you needed, then it's probably only going to work to the extent that you saw it, and then it's going to collapse. So you might want to have something that's really great that keeps you in a lifetime of movement.
Absolutely. So here's one of the questions I ask everybody comes on my show. Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
In 5 years, I see myself owning my own enterprise, in the sense of, right now I own my own business,
Okay.
right? But I want to own an enterprise of businesses where I'm able to help people get on their feet. I'm able to allow the space for creation in whatever field it is that you feel like you need to come into, with no limit. Starting with, of course, entertainment and education. And I should say education before entertainment, because you got to get educated before you entertain. So in that, like, there's many different branches and levels that go with that. But yeah, in 5 years, it should just be clearer, my stature of what I said I was going to do being done, in the sense of owning that and being a billionaire out of it.
So for people out there that don't know you, is there anything you want them to know about you that's watching us right now?
What I would want them to know about me is something I would want them to know about yourself, and that's, do not limit yourself. You know, really meditate on the word unlimited. With that being said, if you get put in a box, accept the box and then break out of the box. Also understand that once you break out of the box, you are now in a bigger box. So in that, you are not going to ever escape boxes, but you're going to escape the box that you have put yourself in. Nobody is limiting you. You are unlimited. So in that, just continue to have your ideas and don't sit on them. Like, really go after them. Really keep them in your conversational space so that you could attract the people that you want to create that. And in that, everything comes to you from your word, so be your word.
Definitely. So how can people out there get in contact with you on social media?
Oh yeah, you can find me at ARNSTAR. One more time, ARNSTAR. That's Instagram, Facebook, and on Twitter it's official Arnstar. You already know. Or Google Arnstar. You'll find my website. You'll find my social media handles and my videos on YouTube. Everything.
And make sure to add So Focus Life on social media. This interview is actually coming out on SoFocusMedia.com. And we're in New York right here. This is Arnstar, So Focus. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you, man.
Yo, appreciate you. You already know.
It's all
Blessings on you.
Yeah, be out of here.
Bridging, I was like, who is that? What are they doing? Whatever. And then I went on and saw some of your work and I liked it. So I was like, yeah, let's do it.
If you don't show that you're hungry, nobody's gonna give you an opportunity.
Just do what you're doing and be good at what you do. And if it's that great, the greats will notice you.
It's all about team focus. I'm with my G, So Focus.
You locked in with Team Focus Radio. Team Focus Radio. Team Focus Radio.
Team Focus Radio with my boy, So Focus.
We're so focused.
With my boy So Focus. Get focused, y'all.
SoFocusMedia.com